What do you get when you put two Minnesotans and a guy from Wisconsin together? Twist. The Week in Sports Talk. Get ready for some sports chatter where there's sure to be laughing, arguing, and maybe even crying. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Reeves, Matt Benz, and Greg Green Bay Bauman.
Yo.
That's such a good haircut I had going on that day.
Yo. I'm surprised you're not.
Mike, we're live! Hey! Pops is in the kitchen right now. Don't mind us, dude. He's fixing us up a badge. We're here. This is Twist. We're at Absolute Sports Cards in Savage, Minnesota. You think we're not?
Yeah, that was one of the owners, Mike, in the background.
No big deal.
He
He's
didn't
just
realize
making sure.
We've been here for a while, just shooting the shit.
guy's breaking
so we thought
open
we were
boxes.
Still doing it.
Yeah.
They're doing card breaks right now. Don't mind.
If
that.
you know anything about sports cards, if you know anything about sports cards, you know Absolute Sports Cards. Make sure you're checking in on their eBay page as well, Absolute Sports Cards LLC on eBay. Check it out. Tons of cards going up. Mike can't help himself. He's buying every card in the state, so it's on there.
Out of the state too.
Yeah,
Just
he's
went-
going.
The guy was just in Nebraska.
Yeah. Cornhuskers, they aren't there. What up, boys?
So here's the thing.
Oh, boy.
No. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, we're on a chat room with each chat with each other.
Yep.
And what happens every week is we all three of us go down some rabbit hole about some stupid topic. And then what always happens is our dad, let's call him Matt,
Yep.
will tell us,
Father Matt.
shut up. We got a show coming up.
Yeah.
So let's just get to the bottom of it. I did
You're
some
wasting
research
it.
last night.
Oh, he brings the fat. See, you
So,
can't do that.
No, okay.
That's what you do.
No, okay. So earlier this week, there was a little argument going on with Josh Dobbs. I thought that the term Pastronaut is the greatest nickname in all
You
of
did.
sports,
You did say
Yeah,
that.
it's a good.
even though he's a Viking. So I did some research. So the boy is an astrophysicist.
Yep.
He did go through NASA's astronaut training program. So yes, technically he is an astronaut.
A pastronaut.
So the Pastronaut.
The Pastronaut.
The
Yeah.
Pastronaut does make sense. However, you guys with your pictures of homeboy throwing out 10-yard outs on the moon,
Yeah.
he's 6'3". Boy ain't fitting in a space shuttle.
Okay, I
So
like
you could never go
that
to
one.
space.
He'll
Yeah.
never go to space.
You couldn't either.
No, which is why I didn't
That's
join the
why you
military.
didn't try, right?
No, that's why-
you didn't try.
No, it's my eyesight.
I could be a jockey. I can go to
Yeah,
the
you-
moon.
I can't fly a plane because I don't have 20/20 vision.
That's for sure. I'm surprised you even made it down here.
What are
which-
the glasses for?
What's that?
You
Or-
can't have glasses.
I don't
or
even think that makes
contacts?
him 20.
No, I'm still
He's still
blinded
dealing
to
with
that.
like 10 and 10. dude.
Yeah. But bottom line is the term is accurate because he is an astronaut, but he ain't going to the moon.
I like that.
So the guy's still a freaking genius.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
He's gonna take us all the way to the promised land. It's great. What
Yeah.
a revitalization.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. On that note, we got an astronaut. What do you guys got going on in Green Bay right now?
We got 5.
turmoil.
We have 5 draft picks in the first 3 rounds.
What's the coaching staff like? Are they about to chop some heads out in Green Bay,
See,
or what's going on?
Here's the thing: is I think that the Packers right now are in the worst possible position possible. Because
It makes me just.
Oh, I love
no,
it.
here's why.
Just
Chubb.
went from
Everything-
6 to noon.
Everything
Let me
I
push
said,
this down here.
everything I said before the season started. This is going to be a year to see who you got, what you're going to have going
Yeah.
in next year. And now here's the problem: you now have 5 draft picks in the first 3 rounds,
Yeah.
and there's a very good chance
Go ahead. It takes my breath away too. It's all right.
that you're still not going to know the answer at quarterback.
Correct, and that's my thing.
And
When I
that's the
look at
biggest
them,
problem.
when I look at them, like you said, they opened the cupboards this season to see what's in them.
Yep.
And they go, we got 13 spots and we got 5 picks.
Yep.
And one of them might even now need to be your franchise quarterback who you thought that was going to be one of your constants,
Yeah.
not a variable.
Yeah. And now, so really what it comes down to is the last, 10 games of the year, the Packers are going to, you're going to have to make Jordan Love do things outside of his comfort zone just to see if he can do it.
How's Van Ness doing?
You don't hear about him.
So nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
They gave him his own face in Madden, which they don't do for everybody.
Oh, he got his whole piece
Yep.
sculpted.
Yep, he's
Like he
sculpted,
should be.
and he's chiseled. He's a good-looking
Well, he's
fella.
a great white boy.
I traded him away from the Packers.
It's a beautiful thing.
Flipped him
Chiseled
to
out of
middle
stone.
linebacker, 6'5", upped his speed a little bit. Let's go.
All right. So Green Bay's in turmoil. I still think you should just fire the head coach because I think he's a fluke. I think Aaron Rodgers gave him the record that he has, and I think I don't like his face.
He's
LaFleur.
got a good looking face.
Reminds me of Dodgeball. Don't like it.
LaFleur.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Oh.
fire him. I think he's a good offensive.
He's
mind.
competent?
The trouble with him though is I think you do just have to bring in a new regime if you go new quarterback.
Yeah, because I don't think what doesn't work is the whole idea of this is your quarterback, and then the next year it's okay. Well, he turned out to be Bryce Young. Now we fire the entire coaching staff. Now we have this quarterback and a new coaching staff. It's like you have to bring them all in together, and when you're interviewing as the head coach, you have to say, I want this guy because this is what I'm going to do with it, or do with him.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, you bring up Bryce Young, and it's like you can't take the temperature of that Carolina water when the whole team would maybe not make Oregon football squad.
Your best player is Adam Thielen, who's
Exactly.
And
33
he's-
years old.
They're making him look like a young Jordan Addison.
Yeah, he looks like
And-
no Mankato.
Exactly. And that's the temp. So you look at me. I got stock in fantasy football at a Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I didn't drive right into the nearest.
I think I sold him to you.
I got 3 points off him this week. That's not to tangent, but it's just to say, like, you might have the number 1 pick in the draft, and he could be all that Bryce Young is.
Yeah,
And it still looks like shit, just like T-Law looked like in year 1.
Yep.
Just like all these guys. That's not the fixture.
Not
It's
everybody
everybody's
comes in and
Mahomes.
plays CJ.
You're not
And,
Mahomes.
and when
Yeah.
it comes to rookie quarterbacks, you can't play as a general manager. You can't play the same way that you would as a fantasy football owner.
Correct. It's a lot of
You-
slants.
you know, it's
a lot of freaking
it's like, is Bryce Young a bust when it comes to fans like you and I? Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh, I'm gonna, dynasty. I'm
Sure.
gonna blow up my team so I can have Bryce Young." Well, that's great for fantasy.
I don't think anybody was blowing up their team for Bryce.
Well, yeah,
But you know what I mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
first overall pick.
Yep.
But as a general manager, you have to say we have a 5'8", 160-pound quarterback who's literally the size of 4 kids on my 7th grade team.
Yep.
Little guy.
Is he the best fit for our team as it's constructed right now?
And yeah.
And he's not.
Well, but because they said yes, their expectations are completely different than us.
Yeah.
They are a 5-year plan right now.
And
They don't expect to win until they sign him if they sign him to their next contract. There goes Sarah Lee.
Well, then Frank Reich cannot be on the hot seat then.
I don't think
You
he
would
is.
think so, but then again, that's how football is.
Yeah.
Look at all the shitty teams where they give coaches 1-2 years and then they chop their heads off. And it's like, how can you expect out of the head coach what you don't expect out of the people you give to the head coach?
When you draft a quarterback in the first round, it's a 5-year plan.
And that's why coaching the NFL is the worst job.
Yeah.
Coach college football.
Yeah.
You're a god. You get to you can win out and lose in the playoffs, and you never have to worry about losing your
Yeah, except for look at the nice transition, Matt.
I like that.
I
I transition.
think that is completely asinine because you look at every coach right now in college football. Let's just mention Harbaugh
Yep,
right now.
sure.
He wants to get into the NFL as quick as possible. Why is that a good thing? It's guaranteed money.
What do you mean?
He wants-
John?
what? Jim Harbaugh with Michigan. He's suspended the last 3 games of the year now.
He can
Yeah.
coach.
Well, he can coach Monday through Friday night.
But what does he care? He's
What's
getting paid.
Well, that's my point. But why would he want to deal with all of this BS and instead of just
Because it's a different form of BS. You're dealing with he'll sit down because it's the head coach, but he can say, I didn't know anything about this, this all happening behind the scenes. And if the different bullshit is NFL, look at the drama. Every single person thinks that you work for them. In college, you can be Harbaugh will be right back. He's still going to get all the freshest recruits.
Oh,
You know
he's
what I mean?
fine.
Yeah.
He is on top. And what happens when you're on top? Like everybody says, everyone in college football is doing that.
Yeah.
You don't think you can, like Deion Sanders says, you can get the tape on any team you want.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're going to stop it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if he wanted the NFL, he could have had it. He has
Yep.
had it. And I
Multiple
think he
times.
loves
Oh, Michigan, it's blue blood, dude.
Right.
I mean, his family did grow up.
I would
in, like,
love
their
for him to
backyard.
leave. because I'd love to send PJ up there and get somebody different in here. And I'm a PJ guy.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
It just runs. Teams just run their course. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You can only do so much.
Yeah.
And with the NIL, it crushes U of M.
Did you hear about the new NIL deal for James Gang?
For Bronny?
Yeah.
What?
So I'll be one of these episodes, Twist Nation. I'll be in a USC Bronny James jersey.
Sure.
He did a deal with Nike for
Sure.
them to be able to sell his jersey.
Smart. You should be able to buy all of your favorite college players'
Well,
jerseys.
Yeah.
The real ones, too, not those knocks at the bodega
No,
at
this
the
is
mall.
this is a Nike. I
Yeah,
checked it online
exactly.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$90.
Your order.
Wow.
I mean,
In the
you
cart.
got shoes on. You got shoes on right now that look like they could be
I was gonna say,
roasted
you-
and put between
These are
graham
Mellows.
crackers.
These are breast cancer awareness, LaMelo, LBO1.
Salute.
They're not even really pink. They're more of like a fuchsia.
I would say
Yeah,
they're
they do look like a hot pink.
This isn't a breast. I mean, they're so bright you can't even
Salmon.
see the-
they're salmon.
No, they're brighter than salmon.
I get mad at the kids on my 7th grade team for wearing stuff like that because I'm like, mommy will see you. Just tell me
I'm
what
telling
number
you right
are.
now, if Greg was my coach in 7th grade, I'd join chess club.
Why?
Be out the door. Here's my shorts back, coach. Here's my jersey.
Dude, I'm the favorite
You'll catch me down the block. You got Greg down there trying to tell you how to run the
2 knee braces.
the 1-2-1 offense. He's just breaking them down.
I am more of a
Bob Knight. You're more of a Bob Knight than a PJ Fleck.
That's true. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Bobby.
I love it.
Yeah.
What else has been going on?
So we are episode 82.
There you go. Beautiful transition.
Titled New Chapter.
New Chapter.
We can't move any further before we acknowledge our sponsor, Daily Defense Law.
No
this
shit.
is at this point in the show. This is when John's old lady needs to wake him up.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
well,
so he
that's
can
why
start
he's
commenting.
That's why he sent the pics in.
Yep.
Yeah.
'Cause I told him, I'm like, we might be live at 8:30. He's like, well, the first thing he said was, where did he send the email? And I said, why would he email? I said, he texted you. Oh, here it is.
This ain't K-Fan. All right. We ain't coming to your email box. We're coming straight to the source.
Yep. So Daily Defense Law.
Yeah.
Any criminal defense,
Yeah.
or if you need a lawyer for anything,
Anything.
go to Daily
Questions?
We were
MN.com.
you were on the phone with your mom this morning, Matt, and I were worried about you. I was going to call Daly
Well,
to see if he had to bail you out this
He
morning.
messaged me, goes, you awake? It's like, I'm a fucking
No.
I'm an
No,
adult.
hold on.
I'm an
Pause.
adult.
Walk it back. Let me squeeze this out
Yeah,
here.
squeeze it out.
I call Mike
Yes.
to see if he wants coffee.
I
He's
did.
got one.
Yep, I do.
He's got one, but he didn't answer. I said, "Ooh, that's odd."
Usually
Okay.
Maddie's the one that.
That's
doesn't
odd.
answer.
I also knew what's happening yesterday, which is nobody's business but my own. So I knew there was variables. Okay. So then I text the line, I tag him in the group chat. I say, "Oh, Mike's hasn't responded, hasn't answered yet." So then I video call him through the messenger, and he shades it, and
Yep.
that's when I
Whoa.
knew. Okay, we got life.
Yep.
We got life. He's up. I was expecting you to say, "Just woke up, on my way." Nope, he's in Burnsville talking to Mom. All right. So that's what really happened. Even though you said I was bothering you this morning.
I like it that we now refer to it as a variable.
Yeah,
No,
I know what's
wasn't-
going on.
I wasn't shading.
Yeah,
So yeah, title of the episode.
new chapter.
New chapter. So Greggy, why don't you? We
Well,
got some new chapters.
We talk pretty repulsively on this show, but both of you started new employment.
Yep.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Greggy's running for office. He'll be on the ballot in 2024. He's got a big campaign coming up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I got to do something to give back to the community.
Oh my god.
No. Actually, the funny thing is, Mike and I started new things. Essentially, we started the exact same job for different companies and different types of companies.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
So it's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know,
It's exciting.
Mike, you're pumped.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I for 8 years did the family business.
Yep.
Honestly blessed for the opportunity to come from the bottom, of my addiction and
Yep.
and see some light in my life, to where I could thrive in the business world. You know what I mean? I could get any job, walk in, apply, interview, get a job,
Yeah.
but my life was a mess.
Right.
And so it gave me the opportunity to, shine and thrive in, the career world
Yep.
outside of just a normal job. But family dynamics, everybody's are different, and mine
It's different.
is different.
Yep.
It was so stressful for so long, just because of unhealthy relationships. So it was nice to, you guys both know how toxic it was and how long I wanted to get out, but the security and
The comfortability of the misery. Yeah.
comfortability,
Yeah.
and was able to, my kids are my number one priority. So to have a job to where if they're in trouble or if they're sick or if I need to go to a
Correct.
play,
Correct.
I could do that. Where a lot of jobs out there, it's like you punch in, you punch out, in between that time is ours.
Yeah.
So to be able to transition out and transition into a new role with a familiar person who I've known for years through the business world,
Yep.
is great. I'm a couple weeks in, just learning a lot, their processes, their procedures, just like any new job that you start. But
New routines, man.
new routines, but yeah, still the flexibility, that I once had, I still have, but I had a company car, had to go buy a car, which is out front. Greg's got, he got a company car too.
Yeah. Not only that, but you worked for a family business, and the people to help you transition were more family, different family.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And to see that just proves that what we're doing in our lives, when you have supporters that you don't really have to beg. You
Well,
can just
yeah, and,
ask.
I don't make big life decisions. I don't take
Yep.
them lightly. Like when I
Yep.
moved to Faribault, like I prayed on it. I talked to you guys in my inner circle,
Yep.
and I literally took a leap of faith because that was the first time in my life where I wasn't living with a girlfriend. I wasn't living with a buddy. It was all on me
Yeah.
to adult,
Yeah.
at 36 years old
Correct.
or whatever I was at the time for the first time, and God never let me fall.
Yep.
And, this time it was the same. And luckily, I had some time to evaluate different jobs and kind of see what was out there. And this one was the right fit from the very beginning. It just logistically, over the course of a month and a half needed to come together, which it did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to keep learning and for the opportunities. And
Greggy's got a freaking
Well-
ride out there.
Well, the thing that I'm most happy for you is that, and it was the thing that like worried me the most coming as someone who, always had the same type of job, is for the first time in your life, your successes are your own.
right.
Yeah.
It's, you don't have to ever think this was because of my dad or my dad's business or what my mom did or whatever. This is all on you. And it's like, you've earned this, and that's what makes this so fucking cool.
And not only that, but when you see it from, a family aspect of it, Mike and me and you still tend to get viewed from our family as who we were.
Oh, yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
there's a thing.
And
yeah.
that rightfully so,
Yep.
because we did what we did for so long, that now you don't get viewed as a son or employee. You're just a son. I'm
Yeah,
just
most
the
of these
son.
people, don't know. I've talked to you guys about this before. When I had whiskey plates on my car,
Right.
and I'm going to all these different business things,
Yeah.
and it's like the
Yeah.
shame of my plates.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't have shame in my past that brought me to where I am today, but like little things like that, and there's quite a bit of people that are in my business network that know I'm clean,
Yep.
that
Mhm.
I'm in recovery.
Yep.
And it's like when I tell them, because honestly, I don't think there's a family in this world that doesn't have a family member that's dealing with mental health issues, with addiction problems. Like it affects everybody. So like this negativity around it, it's just not really there like it used to be, because everybody can relate.
Yep.
It's their brother, their dad, their son.
Yeah, the stigma's less there for sure.
And the funny thing is, all three of us, we'll just use Facebook because it's the most popular. The three of us talk about,
We're actually live on it right now.
yeah, the three of us talk about three different things on Facebook: our family, Twist, and Goofy Sports. And Matt talks more
Sure.
about his job because it's
Sure.
the joke of the bread man.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, it's recovery. We
Yep.
don't hide from it. None of us do.
Yeah.
In fact, I've had a lot of people in my life that have met me within the past 3 to 5 years that say, hey, why are you putting that on Facebook? People are going to think, I'm like, hey, it's me.
Right.
Literally on day one of my new job, I told the owner and, the owner, which is a husband and wife.
Yeah.
I told them I'm a recovering alcoholic.
Good.
And they were not
Yeah.
only fine with it, they, I think, had more respect for me after the conversation, because you start to learn, about people.
Yeah.
And, what makes them tick. And, you can't help but understand that, the 12 steps of recovery led me to who I am. And it's not so much just alcohol. It's all these other things that Mike was talking about that you have to address to become the person you are.
Yeah. And I think that's crucial too, is realizing that a lot of people don't care if somebody, let's say somebody gets a trust fund and they become a multi-billionaire,
Mhm.
That's awesome and they're successful. But let's see somebody that went all the way down to hell, had absolutely nothing, lost everything, pushed everyone away, ruined all the relationships, and then made it successful. It's not necessarily the rise, but the ones that can get out of the depths.
Well, I told Layla that this week she got in trouble at school.
Yeah.
And she immediately puts her head down, and it's like, Layla, it's not about your mistake today. It's about tomorrow and how you recover
Yeah.
from it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't want to have this happen again. You just need to learn,
Lessons
from that stuff. And,
Yeah.
That's why I like being honest with people, and I bartend. I've been bartending for 2.5 hours.
serving the poison.
And the stigma out there,
Years.
I think, with
2.5
What did I
years.
say?
You said 2.5 hours.
Oh.
I want to give you a little more credit.
Yeah. Years.
Is the stigma out there for people that don't understand addiction, alcoholism, everything is it's this struggle that you deal with for the rest
Sure.
of your life. And it's like, it's not, I haven't struggled with it in years, and that's like Greg said, because of the 12 steps, not just because we're sober.
Yeah.
But
Anyone can quit drinking.
right. And be miserable.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen it firsthand, but it's like, that's something that, 2.5 years, I've never once poured a drink and been like, oh, gee, darn it, Mike, I think that looks tasty. Like,
Well, yeah.
I serve them stiff and strong. And
Yeah,
people
just
come
the
to
way
see
you
me.
like them. Yeah.
I pour them just like I
Yeah.
used to drink them.
Oh, yeah.
But it's great.
By the
And
way,
it's-
Mike's looking for a new job because the old place went out of business.
yeah, all the
Jesus.
booze, and it's kind of cool though, because I was talking to my mom on the way in. There's a recovery group at our church, so it's
Celebrate
still,
recovery.
what?
Is it a celebrate recovery?
No,
group?
no, it's a 12-step based group, but Bible led.
That's fine.
Yep,
Sure.
and
Faith-based. Yeah.
Yep, faith-based. So
Good.
they actually asked me to come in on Tuesday and tell my story.
Yeah,
So
that's right. That's
I'm
right.
looking forward to that. I don't know. I've only done it in treatment centers and at meetings, so I don't know if it's any different.
What time are you supposed to do that at Tuesday?
I don't know.
I might have to come with.
Oh yeah.
Hold your hand. Show you how it's done. Show you how it's done.
Take
I'll
the
lead you.
mic-
I'll
take
lead
the
you to.
mic
I'll lead
from
you to
my
water.
hand.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
sit-
open for you. I'll do 10. I'll do 10. You can have the final 40. I'll get them warmed up for you. No big deal.
Somehow
my
this had to
God.
become about Matt.
This is a self-help podcast now. Do you can believe this? This is the deepest podcast we've ever had.
I don't think we've ever got.
This is good.
It's
We've
in as
never
much.
really talked about, even when we started back in the day, we never really talked about it. a lot.
We did kind of get thrown. What was that with
Michael Bennett? Yeah, Michael
Yeah.
Bennett talking about almost taking his life. No big.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
no big
was
deal.
crazy.
That came out of left field.
That was back when we actually had guests and we weren't all self-absorbed. But that's all right. That's all right. We don't got enough time
Just
for
pass
guests.
the baton here.
Yeah.
You take about 25 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
Let's prep for me. I think this is the first time in 82 episodes. I feel like LeBron James last night.
Well,
Hurts
that's ain't the
his
first
leg.
time.
Hurts his leg during the game, comes back in, and all he does is
Distribute.
dish.
Distribute,
'Cause
yeah.
I literally came to the table today with about absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday.
With a hurt leg.
I talked to him yesterday. He goes, I really don't got nothing. And I said, dude, we're going to The title of the show is New Chapter.
Yeah.
We'll dip into that for a good 15. We'll talk about the Vikes. We'll talk about the Pack. And, we'll go down every rabbit hole along the way. Greggy's over there watching the fucking stock market. He's got a bunch
Actually-
of shit in Apple right now.
Actually, no. What I did do is I just mined for crypto.
Oh, you're still behind it.
Yeah.
Good for you. I
My-
hope that pans out, dude.
So do I.
I think
My,
I got
my
a
alarm just went off, but so I had to do it real quick.
good pie.
But I
that
find
is.
it
Yeah,
funny
pie.
that after this in-depth, self-reflective moment we've all had,
Yeah.
Mike found a way to compare himself to LeBron James.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
That's two James Gang references here.
For one,
Yeah, I mean, we're
Yeah.
very similar, Greg. We're the same age. We graduated high school the same year.
Fucking
We both have fantastic beards.
yeah, and he's going to be retired in 5, and you're going to work for another 50.
Yeah, and then
That's the difference.
And then thanks to his, James Gang sperm,
God.
I get to watch Bronny, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then maybe Bryce. And then, maybe when I'm a grandpa, Bronny has a kid and it's, LeBron James
oh my
the third.
God,
And I
it's
just,
fucking a struggle out here.
For my whole life, I get to watch, and LeBron, God, they were saying on the broadcast last night that his stats last season are better than probably 50% of the people in the Hall of Fame right now. And
Sure.
he's what, 38?
Yeah.
There's only 3 people this year that have as many layups and dunks, and they are Zion Williamson, Giannis, and LeBron. And he's the oldest player in the NBA.
Tell me this.
Yes, sir.
LeBron James, pretty smart businessman, we'll say.
He's a billionaire.
Communist, but a businessman.
Yeah.
at that.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
He's
So,
working the
uh,
system.
He loves
So,
China.
think he's got a college degree? Don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I bet you he's got honoraries.
Yeah, they've
Honorary
given him-
doctorate,
Yeah.
doctor
Yes.
from fucking Ohio State, the Ohio,
100%.
but doesn't have a college degree.
No, most
What an
people who
idiot.
come out of the, from high school to the NBA, it's
Oh,
only
I
the
know.
guys that
Yeah.
like the NFL where it's like, yeah, I went 2 years.
Yeah, and then I went and
I'm gonna
finished
go
up.
back.
Yeah,
But to
finished
just
up, do a
completely
class a year.
Start, like
He
No.
could.
LeBron builds schools. He doesn't. Go
That
to
school's
them.
bankrupt. Pretty sure that school's they have the worst grades
It was
in the
probably-
state.
it's
I'm
probably
pretty
a
sure
front.
it is. It's laundering money.
Yeah.
They're all in on it. It's a
We're gonna open
sex
this-
trafficking. Transitioning. Here we go. Speaking of transitioning, Greggy, what's the games? What's the games
Wait.
we're picking on this
You
week?
did, the last thing you said was sex trafficking.
And then
Then
he
you
said
said transition.
transitioning.
How the hell do you want me to transition that?
I'm all
I
over.
thought you were talking about a sexual transition.
Yeah, at any
You
rate,
guys are
Greggy,
lingering
what
on
are
the
you doing?
transitioning. I'm just trying to get onto a hot topic.
Okay,
now.
here's
Back
what-
into positivity.
We're going in for picks.
Jeez Louise.
So before you give us this week's picks,
Yep.
Greg,
Oh, how did last week?
how did
Or how last 2 months ago go?
Here's where we're at.
Okay.
Maddie went 3-0.
Bullshit.
I'm an elite football mind.
Oh
dude.
my
I'm
The
an
rest
elite
of-
football mind.
The rest of us went 2-1.
Yeah.
So it's Maddie at 3-0, you, me, and Daly at 2-1.
I feel like something's wrong there because I
It's all right, man. You know,
Look back at the tape.
yeah,
Alright,
play the
throw the red
tape.
I will not.
Throw the red flag.
God, that's a great commercial. Speaking of commercials, right before you do that, did you see the one I sent yesterday?
Oh, I already saw that one.
Yeah.
The Green Bay and the Vikings stuff.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
that's-
that's
Hilarious.
fantastic.
It's
yeah.
great. I love it.
So here we go.
Sports.
Did we get a check to see if Daly's out of bed? I do have his pick.
He's not. That's why he sent him in.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
was
he knew.
Okay, I got his
a
pick.
lot of law going
So
on.
here we go.
Lot of
First
law.
game we're taking. Saints -3 at the Vikings.
Vikings. I think Vikings win, but I'll take the 3 points.
I'm
think
taking the
it's-
Saints.
I think maybe it'll be a walk-off 1-point win for the Saints, but I don't think they win by more than one. So
I think this game screams push, but I'll take the Saints. I'm thinking 4.
I don't think they can win. Derek Carr?
I can't.
Derek Carr is going to be under fire. I know Dobbs will too, but I don't know. I don't.
I can't.
I don't
I'm
see
going to the game tomorrow.
Yeah, you are.
Whoa,
Sir
whoa.
Miking, baby.
Yeah, so when
He's
I-
going to be
When I
game.
called to get the pick,
Woo!
Daly said, "So we going to the game tomorrow?" And I said,
Whoa.
I don't know. Are we?" He goes, "This is the game you picked to go to." I said, "I don't remember that, but yeah, we're going."
Oh, he's
So I'm-
going.
I'm meeting him there 10:30. So I can't
Tailgate.
I can't pick the Saints going
No.
to the game.
Doo-doo. There you go. It's all yours, Greggy. It's
All right.
open for you.
All right, Daly also took the Vikings.
Yep.
All
So you're
right.
taking the Saints.
I'm taking the
That's
Saints. There's
it.
my,
Good for you.
there's my game.
I like that.
Now here we go. Steelers -3 and the hook.
3.5.
That's 3.5 to Mikey
Yep.
against the Packers, and that's a home game for the Steelers.
God, they're so bad. They're
Yeah,
both
but they,
so bad.
I think
This is-
they popped last week. I'll go Steelers. I think the Packers gonna tank. They're gonna tank. Let's tank.
I'm going Steelers too. The
Okay.
back are
Oh, Greggy.
Okay.
Greggy's gaining.
I'm going Packers because
Yeah, he is.
I think the final score of this game
What
is
did
going to be.
Daly do?
Daly went Steelers.
Oh,
I think
my God. Either you're coming up to the top, you're rising to the top, or you're falling to the pits of hell.
Oh yeah, because I think the final score of this game is going to be like 12-10.
Yeah, it's going to be like Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one. You guys are going to hate me. Lions -3 at the Chargers.
At the Chargers.
At the
At
Chargers.
SoFi.
At SoFi.
Who's hurt? A lot of people are hurt for fucking Chargers.
I got the Lions.
No, they're going across country.
I
I'll
don't
go with
care.
Chargers.
This is where I gain on
Cross country, we'll
This
go
where
with the common
this
man.
where I tie
the
it up.
flight. I'm going. Yep.
So you went Lions.
I did.
Mhm.
Matt went Chargers.
It's too-
I'm going Chargers.
It's too much
Daly
time
went
difference.
Chargers.
Oh, here we go.
All right, I like it.
All right.
Where I-
That's the juice.
There we go.
The juice is worth the squeeze. Shout out Sean Sorrow and his. Well, I already said I'd shout out his kid, Willie. Willie's on vacation, boys. Let Willie
Okay.
cook.
Yep.
There you go. But anyway, Sean Sorrow sent me in a bunch of picks, but Mike's phone is a year newer and it didn't work, so I had to get out Old Faithful. It's up there, Sean. Your shit's across the room, buddy. Just know that Sean's stacking bread up to the ceiling, betting on sports every weekend. We'll get him down.
Oh, this was our
Basically, he's really high on CeeDee Lamb scoring an anytime touchdown. I remember that one. That's in on it. Let's just cash that because last time
CeeDee Lamb anytime.
CeeDee Lamb
touchdown.
anytime touchdown. Why not?
I need it.
What are you guys saying? If you could pick one guy in your daily fantasy tomorrow, Greg, what guy do you
Ooh.
have your eyes on this week that's gonna pop?
Here's the thing. So you got daily fantasy. This is one thing I'm trying to teach the cavemen about. The old 12-year-old that I'm trying to get addicted to every form of sports gambling,
you're setting
including
him up
sports
to
cards.
be.
I just want him to be in the know when he's talking to his buddies. I think you got to look to value.
Of course you do.
Here's the biggest value play, I think.
Let's
you
hear
take
it.
Dobbs.
I like it.
You
I
play
picked him
Dobbs.
up off the waiver
You
this
play
week.
Dobbs
I got
and-
Hurts on a bye. Plug him in.
Yeah, you play Dobbs and you combine him with Addison. Maybe not Addison.
I don't care.
You know,
Hawkstrap.
Yeah.
Hockstrap's hurt though, isn't he?
Now he's playing.
Let's go. He's,
He's
a Viking.
questionable.
He was at the T Wolves game. He's ready.
You see that
Because
flow?
then, if you do that in daily fantasy, you can get your value on your CD Lamb.
I
and,
love that.
all that
Tyree
other.
kills, all that
Yep.
good shit.
I mean,
love it.
I've been in the money the last 2 weeks in daily fantasy, and my only idea was taking a very under
Yeah.
monetarily valued quarterback.
I like it.
So Greg's all about value. I'm all about
Studs.
spending
He likes the stuff.
on studs.
He
And
likes
my
the stuff.
can't miss stud, we hit it in our pick'em is Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God. Spend whatever he costs. That dude is gonna go off. I'm saying probably about
3,000 yards. or what?
over $160 and a touchdown.
You heard it here.
You heard it here first.
I think it's a
Amon-Ra,
great pick. I think it's great. The
160
Chargers
and a
secondary,
tutty.
Chargers secondary is horrible.
Oh my god.
He's so good. Did you see on Sleeper? They started it with Sleeper is a app out there.
sure.
for
Yeah. If you
Dynasty
don't know, don't
fantasy
listen to us.
football.
Yeah.
They started it with Travis Kelce, where in his profile picture it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
T
they-
Swift.
Yep.
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 And
Yep.
since then, they've
They've-
done it with
Mahomes.
Bajan. They did
Mahomes
it
was
with
Kermit.
the sun god. He had a big sun around him.
Yep.
I think it's pretty clever and
Why
fun.
wouldn't you?
You know what else I think is fun about Sleeper? The fact that Greggy, who I own his pick in our Dynasty League, went off to a hot start
Hot start.
and has since fallen off a cliff.
Well,
Oh.
has since just welcomed to
He's came
fantasy
back to
football. Back to
came back.
reality.
Yeah. Oh yeah, came back to. Oh yeah. Well, when you got A-Chan
Out.
who's running like,
Out
and then now he's gone
on the
yeah.
shelf.
Yep.
Yeah,
But anyway, go
I
ahead,
get
Mike.
it.
Go ahead, Mike.
So you were up, I think, as high as like fourth.
Yep.
Fourth place.
Yep.
We played each other last week.
Yep.
Beat you. You're second to last. So
I'm in 11th.
Right now, I own the second overall pick.
Yep.
And if you look at my roster, that's probably going to be the first overall.
no, I don't know. I
Oh.
think DDC is probably.
You know, it's a love-hate fantasy football.
it's been a rough year for me.
Good. I like to see that just because I'm sick of it.
Sick
you
of-
know,
sick of me.
It's like when you see Golden State go to another finals, it's like, well, I'm not going to watch because you don't care. But when Texas Rangers play in the World Series, you tune in.
See, here's
Me too.
why when it comes to any type of fantasy football,
Yeah.
this is why I keep like a level head because I started a league with my family. Actually, it's
great.
my wife.
It's good for you.
My wife's
That's good.
family.
Right.
Why? Because
That's
I
your
wanted
family.
them to get involved. So we
also
have 10,
you like to be the most educated on something too.
boom.
It looks,
So we have
I get
we have
it.
10
I
teams.
know how it goes.
One other person, my brother-in-law, is the only other person in the league who's ever done fantasy before.
Yeah, he's the only guy that knows who Roger Goodell is.
Correct.
Yeah. All right.
We in our 10-team league right now, if the playoffs were to start this week, the 4 teams in the playoffs would be
Becky.
my daughter,
Yep.
my
Wife.
son, my wife,
Yeah.
and my stepson, who have never done fantasy
Yeah.
before. The 4 other people who are in this league, me that live in my house.
The only games they watch are on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to. So there we go.
Oh
And
boy.
we're
There's
back.
Sean.
Jeez, calm down.
Whoa.
T-Law anytime. Yep. So this is the parlay. So you need T-Law to score anytime touchdown. That means he can't throw it or he's got to actually run it in.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what it anytime is.
Or catch a pass.
Yep. McCaffrey anytime and over 70 yards. He's putting 100 to win 13.
Update the phone.
Oh, no, it's Mike. Even worse. Mike's got the brand new phone and it still don't work right. Story of Mike's life.
Although, Shawnee, you made me nervous. I was driving in today, saw a Sarah Lee truck, thought I was going to run you off the road.
Yeah.
I
It
was-
happens, man.
Like that Sarah Lee semi I took a picture of the other day.
We
Got
don't
stuck
know.
behind for about 8 minutes because he just couldn't. There was too much bread.
The
He's
heavy
in the left lane.
weighs down.
we gotta figure out what's going on with those lift gates on the Sarah
No,
Lee
I don't
trucks.
want to talk about it. I'm off. As of right now, I'm not working. I'm not thinking about it.
You got fun weekend plans?
This weekend?
Yeah.
Relaxation. Got to gear up because I'm hosting Thanksgiving in a week and a half. So, when you host, everybody thinks hosting's the best idea until it comes to about a week and a half beforehand. And you're like, damn it. Now I got to clean. I got to gear up, which our house stays pretty clean, but you got
Yeah.
animals. So
See-
you got to dial it in. That next level, chief clean. Chief
the
clean.
deep
There's a
clean. The
whole-
deep clean.
There's
The
Greg
deep
Clean. There's Greg Clean, which is, hey,
Stand
I
up.
live here.
Picking up.
I don't really go outside and get dirty, so my house shouldn't be dirty.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas Chief would come in, he'd get the toothbrush out, he'd get in between the grout, and then when Greg walked in the house, he said, "Greggy, let me show you something.
Let me show you what
Let
I
me show you
did.
something."
Get over here.
Let's see. And then you have friends come over, and Chief would look over and say, "Hey, Greggy, tell them to take off their shoes."
I'm a
Take
shoe.
off the shoes.
I'm a shoe house.
Okay.
You're shoes on.
Shoes on.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Why
So-
does it matter?
It doesn't. I
So-
pay too much money on shoes.
So the
to take
funny
them out.
thing about what Matt just said is,
Yeah.
for any of you guys who've ever watched Twist, you know who our biggest fan is.
Yep,
R.I.P.
That's right.
Chief.
Yes, sir.
Big Chief.
This literally happened.
It happened. Walked
And
into
the
an
part
apartment.
that so I was up north with my girlfriend at the time, fiance, now wife,
Mistress. Yeah.
and my dad was
Started
at my apartment, and he did a deep clean for that
Oh,
week
yeah.
I was gone. The funny part is he did exactly what you just said. The
Yeah.
only part he left out was, well, every day you were gone, Matt took me out to lunch. Mike took
Oh,
me out to
yeah.
lunch.
Don't worry. Yeah, just call Matt. You need to get to Eden Prairie. Just call Matt. He ain't doing anything. Yeah, that was
Seriously,
good.
he was out to lunch with you guys like every day I was gone.
Jeez
Yeah.
Louise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Took good care of them.
Yep. Jeez Louise. What do you got this weekend, Mike? You're going to the game?
He's got to get back to the. He's
I'm
got
going
back
to the
coaching.
game. I'm coaching.
You ain't making it.
Yeah.
What time you got to be there?
Oh, we're good.
Okay. All right.
I'm making
Dip
it.
into the coaching pool.
Yep. Coach Reeves. Got
Variables.
got the whistle.
Variable tonight. No variables.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah, variables.
we'll
I
see.
like it. Constants.
I think she's still there.
Oh, she baby. We won't talk about it. Let's save it.
All right.
Save it. Okay.
Yep. Game tomorrow.
What are you wearing for
Yeah,
the game?
I said you got to wear the horns, right?
So,
New haircut though.
yep.
What's he wearing daily seats? These are law seats.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter if I'm
Okay.
going to a game, but I don't typically pick. The bigger question is, what am I packing to bring to Vegas in less than a month for
Oh,
that
here
game?
we
Because
go.
originally I was going to wear all black and dress like I was going to a funeral.
Okay.
And
So
now
the-
the
so the-
Vikings,
Black hole.
Yep.
You were gonna go in all black to the black.
I was
hole.
going to go like I was going to a funeral because the Vikings season was dead.
Oh,
Can
now
we-
it's
do we
revitalized.
have
And now
enough-
it's revitalized.
Do we have enough time to go thrifting to get an astronaut helmet to then paint it with some horns? To
It's
bring
funny. It's funny you bring that up, Greg, because when I was cleaning
Thrifting?
out the warehouse at Minuteman,
You have one?
I threw it away. It was
Son of a-
it was a purple
Yeah,
one.
it wasn't right.
You saw it.
Yeah, it wasn't right.
No, but
It was a astronaut helmet, but it wasn't right. It was.
What about
banged up.
Maddie? You have an astronaut uniform. You look like
Oh, that's right. NASA, you can't have it. Bright orange.
bright.
That ain't the right thing.
Wow,
Mike
that was
will
a
end up
quick-
fucking painting it.
That
You
was
got to
a-
remember, I came to the sober house when this guy was going through his helmet heyday. He had a new helmet
Darth Vader.
once a week, and
Who do
he's
you-
out there huffing spray paint
Who do you
in the
think was
garage.
helping him paint them in that
relapsing.
sober house?
Yeah, yeah.
We
Yep.
couldn't keep a car in the garage because Mike was painting helmets.
Like,
I did.
Mike, what
I
kind of
did.
paint you using here? He's using like raw ether boat paint. It's like, what do we do? Where'd you find this? Oh, this was in the attic. I just shook it up and used it.
Yeah,
Oh,
why
absolutely.
not?
If you would have been in that garage for 30 seconds, you'd have failed the drug test.
Oh my
Yep.
god, they most did. That's why they got kicked out.
You know, I was just I was finding myself.
Yeah,
I
you
was
got plenty of
exploring.
shit.
So
You'll
here's
wear
the thing.
something good.
I think you need to go full costume, but here's the
Yeah.
money saver. Mail it to yourself through UPS.
Well, what I do is I use my carry-on, which is a small piece of luggage,
Okay.
and that's all Viking
Bro,
stuff.
Okay.
we travel. Carry on. I
Yeah,
get it.
okay.
Yeah. Keep going.
I know what
But they
carry-on
give
is.
you measurements.
Oh, I know. It's standard.
It's
size. Yeah.
standard. And
Okay.
then you can bring a backpack
Yep.
and your suitcase. So my
Well, you
carry-on.
checking a bag?
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive. I don't check.
Oh no, I check.
I don't bring enough.
I don't.
No, I
well,
bring-
I don't
too
like
much.
that just because then you gotta go wait by the belt. I like to just.
But see,
sit
you only
and drip.
travel to tropical areas.
climate,
Like last year,
mountains.
last year I flew with 4 people to Colorado in the middle of a
That sounds
snowstorm.
horrible. That-
When we're going to Vegas,
Yeah,
I'm
you're not-
probably gonna wear 2 outfits a day.
I definitely go to Colorado. I know they heard that. The Colorado's not the bad part. It's these people that fly here. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
So we flew down to Florida.
Yeah.
And on the way back,
Tampa.
there was a couple and their kids. How many kids did they have, boys?
4.
5
7.
Whoa.
Two
Catholic?
2 4-seater strollers.
typically.
And they had shit everywhere, dude. And they're getting on, and they have the help of all of these other people that are flying because they all feel bad for this couple because the kids are. I don't get it. Why? What's the appeal in that? Just the sex? The
Well,
sex is
no,
the appeal.
No.
No, it's
I-
7 kids.
I think back in the day they had them because most of these
They're
a
at
strong
war.
Catholic
They're at
family,
war. They came back. They got their.
well, you
you
want to
just keep
repopulate
having
the
them
earth.
so the next one takes care of the next one takes care of the next one.
Oh, so you
takes
can
care
be
of
out
the
and
next
about.
one.
I
So
got
you're
you.
not, and then if you start early enough, the oldest is taking care of everybody,
I like that.
and then down and down and down.
Yeah.
Me, who I have 3, and I would have more if
God,
I
we just
could
talked
afford it.
about
If I had
this.
to play,
You're
I would.
crazy.
I produce.
Well, because you're already in the hole, so you might as well just dig. That's what you're
but
saying.
I
get it.
love producing children of
Spawn.
my own.
You like Spawn.
I do. If I hit that Powerball and had this big,
Well,
I would
that's
just
different. Of course, that's
I
different.
just keep popping them out.
Greggy's on the same boat. He's trying right now. They're trying for another, dude. I can tell. She doesn't know. Greggy's trying a little less because he's medically cleared. But yeah, that's all right. I love it.
No, it's no.
No,
I mean, when you're closer to thinking about what we're going to do with these rooms for the grandkids,
oh my God, that would be great.
I'm closer to being a grandparent than I am to being a parent again.
Golly, isn't that
No, I'm
wild?
completely fine where I'm at.
Yeah.
But circumstances, if they aligned, like I said, I
Oh
typically
my
don't steer
God.
the ship of my own life. That stuff
Jeez,
that stuff
Louise.
works.
If God
its own-
decides you
Wild.
want another kid, he'll give you another kid.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, shit. I didn't want any, and I have 3. So
Jesus. Yeah, but-
twins.
I was gonna say,
Magazine sales, man, they'll get you going.
Yeah.
Tell you what, they'll get you Randy,
Yeah.
dude. Oh
Knock,
my
knock,
God.
knock.
All right, what else you got, boys?
I got nothing today.
I came with nothing today.
No,
I think
I
that
got
was
nothing.
a filler. I mean, we just let you guys into our lives. We
No, I got nothing
we-
going on
we
today.
pulled back the curtain.
Oh,
and
you're
kinda
just
let you
relaxing
in.
too.
Yeah, I got
Oh, Greggy's freaking house
so
clean.
so the oldest is up north with the cousin.
Yep.
Logan had his birthday yesterday, so he's hanging out with friends.
Happy birthday, Logan.
Belated.
One of his best friends shares a birthday, so they're hanging out this weekend.
Why not?
And Connor and Olivia by their mom. Becky's working today, so so the only thing I got on the docket, I'm going to clean the kitchen. I'm going to open up the spot in the garage for her car.
Greg clean.
Greg clean.
Greg clean.
Well,
Greg
okay,
clean.
keep in mind.
Yeah,
Greg,
you're good, buff.
As he's making a sandwich.
Wax on, wax off. It's clean.
Actually, Logan wanted ravioli from Costco last night for
A bunch
dinner.
of leftovers.
So I bought myself an extra one just in case.
That's
So
how
I
it
got
works.
that for food. And there's a lot of good freaking college football.
Did you
on
see
today.
that burrito?
Yeah, there is.
Oh my God, that burrito you got, that was the size of a football.
Typical.
Yeah, I got into it with them because it was steak, shrimp, and chicken. And I was about a third of the way done, and I hadn't
No
seen a
shrimp
piece
left.
of shrimp.
Yeah, that's how it
And
always
so
works.
now I'm digging into it.
There's 6 at the end.
Yeah, they were all on the other, which I'm never gonna get to that
What
other
up?
side.
That's not a chef. That's a cook.
I'm never gonna get to that other
That's the
side. So
difference.
then I gotta pull the burrito apart
Yep.
just to get the fixings I want, and then I'm eating it like it's a
Then it's like a
bowl.
It's almost like that blunt that was falling apart, and you got
yeah. You
try to
gotta keep
reseal
licking
it,
and fixing
repeal it. Yeah,
Yeah, but I did some damage, but
good for you.
Did you take the rest of it home?
No, we don't leave
no,
anything.
I don't
left.
do.
Yeah, you remove
Take
what's on
it.
the plate.
I knew I ordered a $20 burrito. I was gonna eat what I could,
Yeah.
and take the rest.
All right.
And
it
there wasn't any scraps left. Great.
Oh no, there was plenty left.
I don't buy it. Mike, don't leave anything on the plate.
There was. I was on a date.
Oh, variables.
This
Yeah,
this
I
ain't-
forgot.
I'm not gonna. If I just were to treat myself to that
It
burrito,
would
I
have been
would have.
Godfather's pizza in
I would have
bed.
ate that goddamn thing. I
Yeah,
went home.
sauce all over his face.
Yeah.
God damn.
You don't want to be on
Bloated.
was this date one?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, because you don't want date one to be like, hey, look what I can eat, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I'll be in the bathroom for the next half hour. You just you're flip through the
I'm
channels.
trying to do the opposite of gains too. So I was trying
Yeah,
to be good.
Mike's
yeah, we
trying
did some
to-
Mexican.
Mike's on the Holocaust diet right now. He's trying to look like, once he's bones and bones only, wait until you see the transformation.
Too soon.
All right. Holocaust? Too soon? I don't even know if it really happened, right, Greggy?
Oh, my
let's be
dear Lord.
honest. I mean,
Yeah,
come
we
on.
don't know.
We don't know. The history books, who knows?
Yeah,
We'll wait until we see what they write about this current time. Then we'll really see what's the lies. History books.
I'm gonna
No, I'm kidding. We stand with Israel.
let myself out.
Yeah, with that, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Episode 82 in the books. Absolute Sports Cards. Come
When's
on,
the next
stop
episode?
in. Stop in. We're coming back December 9th. Before the holidays.
Twist Nation. Twist Nation. We talking sports with a twist, no script. Legends coming through on the guest list. TC, Minnesota, land of the